Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out here in my greenhouse, just a little Harbor Freight greenhouse that I use to start plants in the spring of the year. And after the plants are up and growing, I have about 200 tomato plants outside in 7-gallon grow bags. You can see that in one of my other videos. Cover kind of how I did it and give a good explanation of it. Well, really what I have here is a number of tomatoes, 2 per bucket, 5-gallon food grade bucket, and these are plants that were left over, didn't get sold, and when I transplanted them they were roughly about this tall. So they were in 3.5-inch plastic cups, and I just kind of douched them a few times down in water to get the roots cleaned off. And I took them out in my hand and held the roots in my hand and kind of hosed them down. Stuck them in grow cups down here and filled it with a little bit of river rock. I cut holes in the bottom of the grow cup enough to get the roots about 3/4 of the way through. Stuck them in there and stuck some rock around there just to support it. And really, they have done, that was, I think, right around the middle of May. It was like May 14th. Well, as we speak right now, I don't know if you can see the date on that, if that'll even come in clear. I guess it won't. It's June 4th. And up here is about 6.5 foot to the top edge, or the drip line of my greenhouse. And as you can see, in 15 days I've had just some incredibly phenomenal growth where they've just really taken off. And I'll go into this in a little bit more detail, but I don't know how well you can see in there the amount of flowers that I have coming. They're just really nice. So I wanted to explain a little bit of how I do this. It's a hydroponic solution in there. There's no soil. I just kind of stuck them in. Last year when I did this, I started them off from just little seedlings, and they did pretty well. I was really concerned that these ones would just completely die off, but they've done pretty well. So I've got an Abe Lincoln, I have Cherokee Purple, Prudence Purple, Yellow Pear, Mortgage Lifter, and a Brandywine down there on the tail end, along with 3 peppers that were pretty small when they first started, and they're actually doing pretty well in hydroponic solution. So how I have this, and I tried it one year, the year before last, I tried it with no bubbler pump, pushing air into these. It'll work. I didn't really have a problem, but I really feel that this works better. So for a little $10 pump, you can get them on Amazon, or you can get them on Amazon, you can get them at eBay or Walmart, just about any place. It's a cheap little pump. It's a dual line pump, and I just split it up with 10 buckets each. So I have 7 buckets of tomatoes, no, 6 buckets of tomatoes, and 3 buckets of peppers. So there's only 9 buckets here. I guess I miscounted. My math is failing me. So I come off, kind of split them up as evenly as I could, and just put little T's into the water lines. I'll see if I can do it here. Put a little T in the line. It runs down through a hole into the bottom, and I have a little bubbler stone down there, and it just continually bubbles oxygen up to the roots. And for you, that anybody that has not seen a hydroponic setup, these grow just the most beautiful roots. They're really white, really fine and silky. And if I was to take one of these off right now, there'd be a pretty impressive root ball down there. That just it looks stunning. It really does. I mean, and these things really soak up a lot of nutrient solution. And that kind of brings me to my next thing. Is I went to, or actually my wife come up with it. These are little skewers, and my wife went to Walmart and she got us some little corks, and I'll see if I haven't got another one over here with a little better picture. Sorry for the moving around. And this is really what I did. is these are just wine corks, and I cut that off with a little oscillating saw and turned around, drilled a hole in the cork, marked some lines on the skewer stick, and that way when I drilled a hole through the top of the lid, put a little 1/4 inch tubing through there, I just stuck this down through, brought it back up, so that's just kind of floating. Now the marks on this are when I get it up between this green right here. I never want to go above that green mark right there, and the reason why I don't want to go above that green mark is this green mark on all of these should be pretty equal to the bottom of that grow cup. So I want to leave that much room so that you don't just completely bury up your roots. So the other part of this, I drilled a slightly larger hole, and this just fits a funnel, and I used the bottom of this cork, and again these were, I think, come from Wally World or someplace, and I just used that as a little cover. And what that allows me to do is refill that nutrient solution, because just about every week you're going to have to come out, mix for, you know, a listing of six buckets or 12 plants. You're going to go through probably 10 gallons of nutrient solution, and that's really what I have right here. And I've filled most all of these up previously, and my youngest son is going to fill this last one up for me, and then we're just going to cover that up and set it over here to the side, have it ready. As these go down through the week, I'll have some nutrient solution ready. I'll just kind of stir it up, make sure it stays mixed up, and we'll go from there. But again, just unbelievably good growth. You can see this second bar that I've put up over here, and the reason why that is here is because instead of topping these at 6 foot, I'm just going to allow them to grow out and continue to put some bars across here and see how long they'll grow, because they've went from probably 2 foot tall or less, right in that vicinity, to 6 foot tall in a matter of a little over 2 weeks, and that's what I consider phenomenal growth. So hope you enjoyed the video. We'll give you some updates here in a couple weeks, and hope to hear from you soon. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. I'm going to post some more videos as I come up with some new and interesting ways of doing things. Take care.